What up, friends? We still got time to dance, and today we're going to be reviewing Youra's newest EP, GAUSSIAN. Youra is a Korean singer-songwriter that got her start back in 2018. She's a bit of an up-and-comer. This is only her second official project so far, but she definitely seems to have the chops to eventually make it big. Elegant R&B instrumentals and some dreamlike vocals really show that Youra has the potential to be a cut above the rest of her contemporaries. However, she does occasionally fall into the more generic sides of the genre as well. With Mimi, her vocals are just an immediate highlight, having that sort of combination of elegance and smoky darkness. The chill beat and dreamy guitar set up the ambience quite well, and the flows are just really smooth here. During the chorus, we see the guitar picking up a bit in some pretty fun ways, along with that shimmering synth that comes in that really adds some ethereal flourishes to the track. I love how the bass gets some more time to shine here too, and the lyrics, along with the instrumental, express that sort of lovesickness, bitterness feeling of someone leaving you, but you don't even really know why they left. Pink has a really cool guitar-focused instrumental. It's quite a bit darker than you might expect from your traditional contemporary R&B tracks. I also really love that backbeat, giving the track a pretty ominous vibe. It almost has this sort of like goth disco aesthetic to it, which is pretty unique, I will say. Her voice fits these sounds well and can also shake it up a bit to be a bit more melancholic, which fits the instrumental shift during the chorus. Lyrically, it has a sort of forbidden, sultry nature to it, having an intimate, romantic moment with this one person, even if she knows it might not even last. Zebra is a pretty interesting synth dance tune, using the guitar as more of an accent piece. The instrumental is pretty isolated, but strangely I feel like she uses that negative space to really enhance the song's more dark nature. Youra has a pretty cool flow that's at the forefront of the song, and it has these sort of subtle synths that are thrown in here and there that highlight that groove. In this one, she's talking about how someone she knows, whether it be like a friend or a lover, is hiding in a field of stripes like a zebra, possibly unwilling to commit to her or show her their true intentions. It is a pretty short track, but I think it's honestly pretty well established. Airplane Mode, on the other hand, is a bit weaker compared to the rest. The beat is a bit more generic in its contemporary R&B sound, sounding a bit more flat and hollow. Youra's vocals are still really good, and it definitely does have a vibe. I just don't think it's as fleshed out compared to the other songs on the EP. It sounds like a track that doesn't really know whether it wants to be a house tune or an R&B tune, and the bubbly bass and simplistic beat just don't do either genres any favors. The lyrics are definitely pretty good though, using very dramatic imagery like firecrackers and the sun as a monster to express how she wants to leave her old life behind and shake things up. It's pretty harmless overall, just nothing really special. Bye Bye has pretty similar problems as the last track, although it commits a bit more to the contemporary R&B sound. The vocals are very sweet and harmonious, and that synth sample is pretty dreamy and atmospheric. However, the track just kind of stays in one place for most of its runtime. I do think the track has more of an identity compared to Airplane Mode, and the lyrics have this sort of cool Pinocchio nature story to it, as Youra is essentially explaining her relationship troubles and all that by talking to what is essentially a doll or a puppet and explaining to them the natures of like the human heart and emotions. It's actually kind of cool. Raw 9002 is a pretty awesome closer to this little EP. It has some smooth guitar and two great vocalists on the track. That is right, my girl Haze is featured on this one. I love that cold, wintry beat and the delicate piano that's thrown in here and there. Haze is the perfect partner to Youra's vocals, especially because this sound is something that comes pretty naturally to Haze, and her flows on this one are just fantastic. The background vocals add this sort of warm effect to counter the chilly instrumental. However, it also adds to the sort of regretful and winter-themed lyrics coming from both of the girls too. It has that sort of K-pop ballad breakup soundtrack to it, but with a bit more of a fleshed out and unique instrumental, I think. Honestly, I think Youra just needs a bit more time to really grow into her own. Her sound is nearly established, although she does still occasionally fall into the traps of the contemporary R&B genre, most notably in songs like Airplane Mode and Bye Bye. However, the intricate instrumentals on all the other tracks lead me to believe that she really just needs a full project to work on, to really put all of those ideas she has into practice. Her lyrics and vocals are good, and she obviously knows how to pick great features considering she got Hayes on this thing. I'm hoping she gives all the tracks the attention they deserve when she ends up making that full-length project, because she's really showing potential in being one of the more iconic voices in the current K-R&B scene. Overall on this EP, I'm feeling a strong 6. Of course, we do have to talk about the album cover on this show, and I think this is a pretty good album cover. It has her in a pretty elegant pose, which I think fits her more elegant instrumentals. It has that sort of cool nature to it with a lot of grays, whites, and all that sort of thing, which does fit the more chilly aesthetic on some of these tracks. So overall, I think it's a pretty cool album cover. It's not too design-oriented, but it doesn't always have to be. Overall, those are just my thoughts on the new Youra EP. What do you guys think? Is she an artist to watch in the K-R&B scene, or is she just kind of average? Let me know. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Ring the bell if you want to hear more from me. And until the next one, farewell.